I think this may be the hardest lesson of our 33 days. What are we trying to control? Who is really in control? What does divine order look like? And what does my will have to do with divine order? These are all incredibly important questions for humans on Earth. And the idea that we are in control of this physical world is actually funny when you think about it. And that our human physical selves could be completely manifesting and in charge of everything that happens here. That is such a small, limited understanding of this vast and complicated universe. And I've always believed that the numbers teach us the most important lessons of the human journey. And when you look at the numbers 1 through 9 and how they carry us through our cycles of reinvention, we see that every different urge is important. The urge of new beginnings, of planting seeds, the urge of connection with others, of creating and communicating, of working hard, of having courage and adventure and freedom, of loving our community, our family, and caring about others, of intuiting and analyzing our spiritual wisdom, of taking power in the world in the right way and using it to empower ourselves and others. And then ultimately, the 9 of surrendering what we think we know and who we think we are so that the God source can lift us up and show us the next, the new, and the better. Those are the 9-year cycles that numerology illuminates for us. And they really, I think, brilliantly show us what different parts of ourselves are needed to show up. And now we stand in the 9 universal year talking about letting go of control. And there's never been a better time to think that way in the world. But also, I urge you in your personal life, especially today in your action step, to think about what things am I desperately holding on to and trying to control that are not serving me, my highest self, and how can I let them go for highest good? And that is a really important question for all of us. So see if today, when a problem comes your way, ask yourself, is it my will or thy will that needs to be in charge of this? And what am I holding on to about it that I need to let go of? And here's your action step. Today, choose one thing to let go of. Write it on a slip of paper. Say, I surrender this to the light. I trust the divine plan. Then breathe and tear up the piece of paper and let it go. I'm going to read that again. Today, choose one thing to let go of. Write it on a slip of paper. Say, I surrender this to the light. I trust the divine plan. Then breathe, tear up the piece of paper, and let it go. And if you can accomplish that just today, you are a master doing the greatest work of human evolution, surrendering control. This is another reason why meditation is so important for us. And I'm talking about the kind of meditation where we repeat mantra or repeat sacred sound in order to stop thinking. So, what I was thinking today for our meditation, I'm going to guide you all through a mantra-based meditation, which I do every day, and it serves a different purpose than the guided meditations that we normally go on in class. Because there's many different kinds of meditation, but I think two primary ones. And one is meditation designed only to quiet your human thoughts, which means surrender control of the mind. And mantra and repetition of sacred sound are the most powerful ways to do that. And then the other kind is going on a guided journey into the heavenly realms and experiencing that. But you can't even fully do that unless you have learned how to quiet your thoughts, and unless you've learned that you are not your thoughts. That is the ultimate surrender. So today, if it's okay with you, I'm going to take you all on a very quick little mantra-based meditation, because this will do it, which I think might help you all, is you just wake up first thing in the morning and don't get out of bed, but prop the pillows up behind you so that your head is not leaning back on anything. If you're laying down or leaning your head back, you'll fall asleep, and that is not the point of this meditation. The point of this meditation is you're going to say a sacred word or a sacred mantra on every bead. And if you don't have a mala, just pretend that you're moving your fingers on a bead. And the reason I say that is that when your finger stops moving, it means you've stopped saying the mantra and you're thinking thoughts. And that's not what we're trying to do here. So we go. And I'm going to say my mantra. You can use a different one if you have one you're more comfortable with. Mine is Om Namah Shivaya, and that's 3 Sanskrit words. Om is the sound of God, Namah Shivaya, and it means I connect to God. But you don't want to be thinking about the words, and you don't want to repeat them in English, because Sanskrit is the highest frequency language on earth. It is the sound of God. So let's close our eyes and take a deep breath. And now we say Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And let that mantra find a rhythm inside of you, inside of your heart, just repeating Om Namah Shivaya. 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 And suddenly a thought will jump in. You'll gently notice that thought and then refocus your mind back to the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. 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 As your thoughts come in, gently notice them and lovingly redirect your focus back to the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. 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 And feel your mind letting go. Feel that stillness between your breaths, that quieting. Surrender to it. Let go of your need to think. In the beauty of this silence, we surrender our human control. And as you gently stop repeating the mantra and you come back to your human self, feel the presence of that peace, of that silence. All of our anxiety, all of our fear, all of our control lives in the human mind, in the human thinking. That is not who you are. You are a powerful divine being. Your soul, your higher self, your consciousness is part of the loving God. That is what you are surrendering to, the higher part of yourself and of God that guides you beautifully through every step of your human life. And so it is. Thank you, my beloveds. I'll see you tomorrow.